Kodak Black is one of the most popular and successful hip-hop artists of the last decade, and it's not even close. He has sold millions of records, has a #1 album, and several top 10 Billboard hits. Kodak Black is also one of the most openly demonic rappers in the industry as well, from his lyrics to his music videos, his hand symbols, to him even confessing to sacrificing real people in his music. In today's episode, we will explore the very interesting rise in Kodak Black's career, his suspicious relationships, and even down to his demise.
I think Kodak better than Kendrick.
What? Bees,
Damn.
come on, Bees.
Do it. Do it. A new cadence every time.
Bees, stop.
That's like saying,
Hey, been on the
Bees,
charts
stop.
every year.
That's like saying, I think I'm better than you and who?
No, it's not like that.
Yes, it is.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Alright, so as you see, we've made it to the Kodak Black part of the video. Now, I can say this about Kodak and certain things that I know about him and his quote-unquote culture, belief system, and things like that. Listen, they're into woo. Yeah, they're into all of that stuff. And that's the reason why I don't knock any of this stuff. I'm really open-minded to it. Now, I'm not gonna say I vibe with something when I don't, but if I do, I'll let you know. Now, you can't knock what these people believe in. You can't knock it, because I feel like they were sacrificing certain things or animals or whatever before record deals. Anyway, let's get to this Kodak content and let's see what we can find to react and review in this educational video. Let's get to it. Now, bro's gonna give you a bit of background on Kodak, but one thing that stands out the most to me about this first little segment is that he speaks on how certain people or demographics are targeted. And that's something that I always say. You can have influence, not a drop of talent, but if you're broke and you got a little buzz or something, these people are gonna come because they know you want your life changed. They'll take advantage of your passion, your drive, your ambition, your dreams, just to get some money. And yeah, you'll get some money too, but you don't belong to you anymore. Anyway, let me shut up, let's go.
Kodak Black was born in 1997 in Pompano Beach, Florida, in a housing project known as the Golden Acres. Raised by his mother, a Haitian immigrant, he lived in poverty and began rapping in elementary school as an outlet or a hobby, just like many other urban city kids, right? And from a young age, he was in and out of trouble, just like a lot of urban city kids. And he even spent some time in juvenile detention and would eventually get kicked out of school. But at the same time, he was also developing his skills in making music by recording in local studios inside of trap houses in Florida. So something I want to point out just really early here, this is a trend you're going to notice across my channel, is that the music industry purposefully targets a lot of young boys, a lot of young girls that come from fatherless homes, right? There's a father missing from the household or from their life. They have a lot of run-ins with the law, and they are what you would call at-risk youth. And they purposefully target these people because they're a lot easy to manipulate. They're a lot easy to help push the message that the music industry wants to push, to help with their hip-hop to private prison pipeline that we've also discussed on this channel as it pertains to the CIA and their ties to the music industry. Well, Kodak Black was no different. Kodak Black would then join and begin rapping with a local group in Florida called the Brutal Youngies. And just before 2014, in December of 2013, he released his first mixtape called Project Baby. And then from there, the rest is history. He would continue to gain notoriety and fame before a clip would surface online in October of 2015 of Drake dancing on a private jet to Kodak's song called Skirt. Conveniently enough, Kodak would then sign a record deal just later that same month with Atlantic Records. Now, this is another common thing you'll see in the music industry. They'll use other big artists and they'll make it seem as if they organically found these artists or came across this song and that they're just posting it to their Instagram randomly, when all of it is marketing. All of it is by design. This is what I need a lot of people to understand. These people like Drake is a brand, right? He's not just a brand, he's a multi-billion-dollar brand. Whether he's a billionaire or not, he's easily generated billions of dollars in revenue for the music industry alone. So everything, when you see a person of that status, of that magnitude, like a Drake, a Aubrey Graham, you got to understand every single thing that they post, every single thing that they do when they show up for an interview, when they show up with these streamers, everything is intentional. Everything is by design, right? Because Drake would normally just take your style or your flow if he don't want to give you any credit.
Bro couldn't be more right, you guys. And the thing about Drake, like he said, he could have just took your style and your flow, but he vibed to it. I wonder who pulled that string. I really do. Like, who pulled that string to have Drake on his jet dancing to Kodak Black? Now, I feel like earlier Kodak Black is way hotter than present day Kodak Black, but then again, I've never like just said, yeah, let's put that Kodak Black on. Never. Tunnel vision, that's about it. But anyway, this is the power of influence. It's the power of influence. Drake used his influence to really push and boost Kodak's relevancy, to put him in front of more eyes, different demographics. Because you got to think about this influence thing, and this is what's so dangerous for these celebrities. If they play with it wrong, we'll know. They'll get disciplined. And for Drake to do this with Kodak, to me, it symbolized almost like an initiation. Like, he's here. And like bro said, these people allegedly, in some people's eyes, are looked at as witches and warlocks. Let's be real.
Well, this is no different. They use Drake to help catapult Kodak Black into the mainstream, right? And this is a red flag because Drake is also a high-level warlock. Everything I say in this video is alleged. He is also a high-level warlock as well. So this is one of the first red flags, because the fact that he was dancing to this relatively unknown rapper at the time, like, he was making some noise in Florida, Kodak was, but the fact that Drake decided to share this clip was all the early signs that Kodak Black was not just another random rapper that was talented, because it's a lot of talented rappers. The second red flag is the Donald Trump pardon. All right, so for those of you that don't remember or don't know, Kodak Black was actually granted a presidential pardon by Donald Trump on January 20th, 2021, during Trump's final hours in office. And the pardon actually freed Kodak from a nearly 4-year federal prison sentence he was serving for falsifying information on firearm applications.
I got the lyric. It said, "I'd change my life tonight if Donald Trump reduced my sentence." He not only reduced his sentence, he pardoned you.
All that good
Hard. That's hard. It's never been done before. Yeah, how did that happen? Like, you in the cell and they
he jumping out again. He was jumping out like me. His birthday 3 days after my and I feel like he be vibing out here too.
Right.
Trump is a Gemini?
I didn't know that. Hey.
I'm a Gemini.
Are you jumping out when you're
28. May 28.
Okay, my 6'11", my 6'11", Trump 6'14".
All right, I'm gonna be real, and I don't think a lot of people would like this, but that thing with Trump and Kodak, it was so weird to a lot of people. And I feel like there were a lot of things behind this. I feel like this was a middle finger from Trump to a lot of people. And like, if you paid attention, dude said it was in his final hours in office. Why would you wait till your final hours in office to do something as such? And I find it interesting that Kodak knows Trump's B-Day too, but he probably gets some stuff. And I mean, that's understandable. He got you out of a wild predicament. But it goes back to that one word we cannot escape, you guys, and that's influence. Influence. I feel it's almost like they use these people as almost like cells. Like, and what I mean by cells is like, you might have a cell of people that are in one area to do a certain thing. And I feel like they place one of these people in every state. I feel like every state has a main rapper. And when you do it like that, it gives the lower rappers and that demographic hope that they can do it too. And then it goes on and on and on. But think about what that influence does to get these people out of jail. And then their minions follow their leads, and it creates more cases. It fills more cells, jail cells, and it brings more money if you really think about the more intricate parts of this machine or this thing. Anyway, let me stop preaching. Let's keep going. Now, this part of the video, you guys, is why I said what I said about that final hours thing and Trump's thing might have been a middle finger to a lot of people. But the most that it says to me is that it shows how fickle these rappers are. Because we know, just watch this next clip. I don't know if many of you remember this.
But the Kodak Black and Donald Trump weird connection and presidential pardon gets even stranger when you come to find out that Kodak Black was and has always been anti-Trump and anti-MAGA. So much, in fact, that he even played out a skit in one of his videos for tunnel vision. That's how much he was against Donald Trump. How do you go from that to all of a sudden you're pro-Trump? Trump is giving you a presidential pardon, and you're even attending his rallies. It's one thing to just appreciate the pardon and be like, I appreciate you, still don't like certain things about you, but the fact that you attended one of his rallies makes this a little bit more strange at the very least, and suspicious and eye-opening at the very most. The next red flag about Kodak Black is the cloning rumors. Once again, I'm not going to be irresponsible and pretend like I know for a fact that Kodak Black has been cloned. I'm not going to state that I'm an expert. I'm not an expert on the topic, but what I will tell you is that it's been a lot of strange behavior when it's come to Kodak Black from him. In my personal opinion, he's looked very much so different in several different pictures. There have even been fans who have said that in one instance, they'll see him and his hair is one length, and then right after that, his hair is a completely different length, and they're not really sure what to make of it.
All right. There was a movie called Devil's Double, and it was about a person that had a double. I'm not gonna say any names because I just don't want to, so you guys look it up. But it's a great movie, but it makes you think like, how many of these people really got doubles? And it's so wild to the point where even a rapper from Memphis named Finesse 2 Times tried to use his brother as a double. So if a dumb rapper like that's doing it, you know it's being done at a higher level. And this dude shows this clip of what's supposed to be Trump. And it's interesting because there's a dude named Dick Gregory, and he spoke about it being multiple Trumps. But when we seen that speech, I could probably understand why. Anyway, check this out.
First, there's 2 Trumps.
Okay.
The one in the red tie is the real one. The one in the blue tie is not. The one you saw last night after the victory was the blue tie.
And then I gotta throw this in there. It was a recent picture that was posted of Donald Trump, where this is not Donald Trump. I don't care what you say, you can feel how you want. This is a picture that surfaced online of Donald Trump at some sort of event. And this is not Donald Trump. I don't know who this is supposed to be, but you got people out there who say that they believe this is a double. I'll leave you to believe what you want.
All right, so if you made it to this point, say I made it. And if you've made it, let me know where you're from. And I appreciate you if you made it. This last clip, I want you guys to really pay attention to what this dude says. And it goes back to what I said in the beginning of the video. Their belief system and practices, rituals that come from Haiti or wherever they're from, they probably partake in these things as little ones. Let's be real. Like, I know some Haitian people and they don't have contracts in the industry or nothing like that, but they still do their sack business. I'm not gonna say the whole word, but anyway, let me shut up. Let's get to this next clip.
Kodak then raps in Creole that he likes to drink, has had lunch with the Reaper, and claims to be evil as well. And to be honest, I don't listen to a lot of Latin music, but this artist actually has released other videos where he claims to be the devil, or claims to be a devil. He raps in front of a Freemason lodge, and even did the rebirth ritual, rising out of the casket. Kodak also claims in the song that he doesn't place all his trust in God, but instead he places his trust in his demon and takes people's life for no reason. Then he has a song titled Call It My Spirits, where he raps, reading through my third eye cause I got tunnel vision. Had to open my mind, then I opened the bins. It's like you gotta sell your soul for them to pay attention. Then he has a song called Close to the Grave, where he raps, sorry Lord, the devil got a hold of me lately. Knew I shouldn't have never let you close to me, baby. Then we gotta talk about his video for Super Gremlin. I don't know why we gotta even talk about this song. This is arguably the most demonic video he's ever released before, which by the way, he released his right after getting released from jail, one of the times that he went to jail, and this is one of his highest charting records.
Now, I'm not gonna make y'all get into all the clips about the videos, but we know his videos are very high in symbolism. And the type of symbolism it is, you guys, it's like, bro, you can't be more obvious about it. But these are the people that the machine likes. And these people are cool with it all the way until allegedly it comes to time to act.
Kodak Black, just like XXXTentacion with Ski Master Slump God, Kodak Black also has a friend who came out and said, bro, I'm not coming back around you. You're trying to sacrifice me.
Realize you pinch nipples. You ain't no realize. You ain't no soldier. You pinch. Man, I'm glad I ain't was around for that. Then Donald Trump let you out on some wild party. Boy, you ain't about to sacrifice me, boy. I ain't hanging around your ass. You talking about pull up. I don't want to hang out with you, boy.
All right, now we're really going to end it right there. I really feel like that was a thing too. A lot of people like to go back to Lady Gaga and her friend and things like that. But around that same time, we had XXXTentacion and Ski Master Slump God was his best friend. And yeah, he talked about how bro tried to take him out and his family. And we seen what happened with Kodak and Wiz the Wizard. So I feel like it's a real thing. I don't feel like any of this is coincidence. The higher you get, the more you gotta, play the game. Anyway, if you made it to this point, say I made it. If you want to look out on the extra side, $ Trap House Kitchen 1. Thanks for being here. Oh yeah, we're at 150K, y'all, finally. I think I'm doing something right. All right, I'm out. Peace.